Explorer. Thanks for joining us and welcome back to our channel. If you are just joining us for the first time here at the Explorer, we go beyond borders to bring you inspiring content and also some very educating information. Hopefully you found some time to review our previous videos. If you haven't done so, we would encourage you to check our channel because we do have some very educating and informative content. Today we shall be shining our light onto cities with the most millionaires in the world. By the end of this video, you will find out the reason why these particular cities set themselves apart from the rest of the global cities. Also, we shall shine our light onto how these individuals came about making these particular millions and we are talking about. Without any much delay, we shall just go straight into it. There are several ways wealthy people earn their fortunes. Aside from inheritance or lottery windfall, these days, most millionaires work in an industry that produces higher than average income, with a median annual salary of about $250,000 amongst 100 of the richest people in America, interviewed by looking at the research done by the Business Insider. This comes from knowing how to grow in career and put efforts into developing the skills necessary to get ahead. Typically, an annual salary is just the tips of the iceberg. Most millionaires have more than one source of income. Whether they invest in side businesses, real estate or investments, and take calculated risk into doing so. Sometimes this is also involves getting creative in how they spend or invest with their money and networking with like-minded people to find success in money-making matters. If you are new to our channel, we will encourage you to subscribe and share our videos to your different network. Saving is also key to growing wealth stored, and many millionaires are known to put a significant portion of their income into savings, spending around half or less through the year. By avoiding overspending, those tycoons are able to build up their wealth. Once upon a time, the Millionaire Club was extremely exclusive. But with inflation over time, we are seeing a lot of more millionaires than just 20 years ago. That said, it could be getting harder than ever to become a millionaire, especially in the United States of America. This is because the wealth gap between the rich and the poor is continuing to widen. With the Billionaires Club one day bolster up to the size of Millionaire Club, that's yet to be seen. As we've just mentioned, with regards to the world's richest cities, we shall just be going straight into that as well. There are nearly 47 million millionaires in the world. London is known as the epicenter of the world's financial industry, and it is the city with the most millionaires. New York, on the other hand, is fighting to keep its wealth residents in light of the COVID-19 driving them out of the city. Nearly 47 million people across the globe belong to the Millionaire Club, part of an average growing class of private citizens developing fortunes that includes more than 18 million people in the United States alone. What cities do these particular millionaires come into? That's what we shall be looking now. If you are new here, we will encourage you to subscribe and share our videos to your different networks. Number 1. London, the United Kingdom. There are 357,200 documented millionaires in London, making this United Kingdom capital city as the world's leader in wealthy citizens. It is also home to more multi-millionaires than other cities, with over 4,400 holding net assets of at least $3 million, around 100 people who are billionaires as well, when looking at the fortunes in the British pounds. London has come to know as the Alpha City, known for being the pinnacles of the global economy and political order, and has developed accordingly. It is a city status as the center for financial services, and that makes London attractive to those with higher net worth. Generally, most wealthy people work in the financial services industry in the United Kingdom, which has become an anchor sector for the city. Wealthy individuals have also made their fortunes working in retail, luxury goods, media, technology, real estate industries, and also making London a place for wealthy creation. In addition, London is a heaven for the rich, with with its opportunities for business as well as attractive, higher-class urban neighborhoods next to parks, luxury shops, services, plus hotels, and a generous sense of grandeur that highlights the high economic value it exposes. Number 2. New York City. If you are new with our channel, we will encourage you to subscribe and share our videos to your different network. New York in the United States. There are over 65 so to say billionaires and 339 millionaires in the United States city of New York, amping the city's overall wealth to nearly $3 billion in property, cash, equity, and business interests, assets by all citizens. Once the richest city in the world, New York fell back in total wealth by about $330 billion over the past year due to the COVID-19 outbreak and the effects of the global pandemic on investment, as well as the fact that many of the city's richest residents fled New York and its dense metropolitan population when it became an epicenter for the viral outbreak in the US city. City officials are working to bring back its most financially influential citizens in order to secure its upper tax bracket and restore pre-pandemic economic vitality. New York has also been a leader in the number of millionaires since the late 19th century, when the survey in the New York Times that was in 1890 revealed a total of 4,047 millionaires in the city. And most money has been talking in this particular city for decades. Money has created a culture of fighting for preeminence and also social status among those who hold fortunes in the city, as millionaires strive to distinguish themselves from one another, which resulted in owning grand and opulent homes, large yachts, and also fine horses and fine arts collection, and throwing the most elaborate and memorable high society parties you could ever imagine. Some society clash occurs, of course, between those with the so-called old money as opposed to those nouveau rich whose fortunes were relatively new and who climbed the socio-economic ladder to join the ranks of the wealthy individuals. The last but not the least city in the world is Tokyo. If you are new to EduXplorer, we will encourage you to subscribe and share our videos to your different network. Tokyo has sealed itself into the third place for the cities with the most millionaires, with over 279,000 tycoons in the Japanese capital. The difference between millionaires in the city versus those found in New York and even in London is that the Japanese rich tend to mask their wealth rather than flaunt it. This mentality stems from a cultural desire not to stand out in the crowd. And also, the super rich tend to steer away from ostentations, not building mansions or spending feverishly on material luxuries, but enjoy travel, fine arts, concerts rather than gem and cars. Wealthy people in Japan also tend to spend their dollars wisely and locally, preferring expensive Japanese wine rather than imports and arts from their culture rather than those coming from the Western world. This practice is viewed as a civic responsibility, with the rich putting their money back into Japan in spur to a trickle-down effect through the country's economy. That's all what we got for you with regards to those particular amazing cities that holds the world's wealthiest individuals. If you feel there is a particular city that meets the stage and looking at the requirement we just mentioned in the world that you think we've left out based on our assessment, we would like to know from you. If you feel there is a particular city that should have made this list, we would also like to know that from the comment section. If you find our content useful and informative, we would also like you to share our videos and give us a thumbs up and also subscribe. For now, thanks for watching EduXplorer. We will be seeing you soon in our next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.